another quick shot, and they both missed. Damn, where did you train? The XCOM Academy? G'day ladies and gentlemen, this is Assorted Solo Plays, and I am your host, Vasdema. Today we'll be playing Battle Brothers, a game by Overhype Studios, a small independent studio from Hamburg in Germany. I think it's been out about a year now, but I just haven't got around to playing it, and I finally got it, and yeah, I am really excited to play through this game. I did play about an hour last night, and I recorded, but unfortunately I futzed the audio, so I'm not going in completely blind this time. Like I said, I've seen about, the first, well, I haven't even seen the first hour because I spent most of that hour describing things in the game. Okay, new campaign. There is an entire selection of banners, as you can see. Lots and lots of banners. Actually, I think I'll choose that one. Joy. I'll leave my company as the Battle Brothers. Difficulty, I'll leave at normal. From what I saw last night, I imagine I'm going to die anyway. And without further ado, let's start. The last battle. It all went wrong. 2 days ago, the company was hired to track down Hogarth the Weasel and his band of raiders. But it was them who found you first. An ambush. Some joke about horses, cut short by an arrow to the throat. Arrows shooting in from everywhere and nowhere. Men holler and scream, a great volume before death. As the hail subsides, you draw your weapon with the rest of the men, only to collapse to your knees. An arrow has punctured your side. You shout in pain. A harried glance sees the men charge without you to make a valiant last stand, met in force as steel clashes with steel. You meet eyes with the captain, a last nod before his throat is cut. You're left in command now of what few men remain. Trembling in pain, you lean on your sword, and with all the will you can muster, slowly rise again. To the end. Oh, dead. Ooh. Oh. There's Hogarth, that little weaselly bastard. The chances of us getting him are slim to none. Which means we have to concentrate on killing these two bastards. Okay, so Alfgeir is our archer, and he has two abilities. Quick Shot, which costs 4 of his 9 AP, and Aim Shot, which costs 8. Now, to move, it costs 2 AP to move, so yeah, if I move, I'm going to have to go for the Quick Shot. Now, if I click on Aim Shot, I find out that I've got a 46% chance to hit from here. Oh, please be aware as well, I only have 10 arrows with this guy in his quiver. So, with a battle this short, since I'm only going to be facing these two guys, and Hogarth, the little weasel, is going to run away, I'm not going to go through these arrows, so I could probably get away with just using 2 quick shots a turn. So, let's do 1 quick shot, And another quick shot, and they both missed. Damn, where did you train? The XCOM Academy? There goes Hogger. Okay, Hjalmar. His abilities are his thrust, which is his basic attack for 4 AP. He can go into Spear Wall, which prepares to immediately attack any opponent that attempts to move into melee range, and on a hit prevent that opponent from closing in. Okay, nice. And that was 4 AP as well, but builds up 30 fatigue. We've also got knockback, which is exactly as it sounds, and shield wall, which ups melee and range defense and grants an additional +5 defense against all attacks for each ally adjacent, also using shield wall. Awesome. Okay, so 1, 2, and then I can go into spear wall mode. I think that's what I will do. Move to there, go into spear wall, and turn, and then my friend here, Split Man. So that's his big 6 AP attack that damages both body and head. We've got Round Swing, which is as it sounds. I believe it attacks everybody around, including your own guys. Yes. And Split Shield, which targets the enemy shield. Okay, I will just move up to here to protect my archer and end turn. Let's force these guys to come to me. Whoop, he's going to go all the way around. Okay, these guys are a lot closer now. Let's offload onto this guy. Oh yeah, damn good. Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, let's use Split Man on this guy. Oh, fantastic. Raymar, awesome. Okay, now, can we... No, I actually want to go through this guy. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. Okay, and then we will use thrust on you and try and finish you off. 74% chance to hit. May the fates be with us. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Enemy was destroyed in 2 rounds. Both Hjalmar and Raymar the Hound have scored a kill. Fantastic. Loot. Oh, I got a woodcutter's axe. Yeah. Oh well. Yep, take all loot. Okay, here we are at the campaign map. Okay, so here we are on the campaign map. Up here in the top left corner, you can see we've got 3,000 crowns, and it tells you how many crowns you are paying out per day for wages for your Battle Brothers. And my guys are pretty cheap at only 10 crowns per day each. So if I don't enlarge my unit, I can maintain it for 100 days. Okay, food, provisions. I use 7 provisions per day, and I have 50 provisions. Average man requires 2 provisions per day, and more on difficult terrain. Tools and supplies, which you need to repair your stuff. Every unit of tools and supplies will require... I'll start again. Every unit of tools and supplies will repair 15 points of item condition. but you can only carry 200 units at most. Ammunition you can only carry 100 of, but every point of ammunition will completely refill a single quiver. So 100 doesn't mean 100 arrows, it means 100 quivers of arrows. And medicinal supplies, which of course you need to heal your guys, but I didn't actually take any injuries that time. And you can only carry 100 of them as well. So, mission objective is to kill Hogarth the Weasel, who has escaped, and I have no idea. Just look at this campaign map. This is beautiful. Oh, this really is beautiful. I can hover over and get tooltips on all of this stuff. Look at this. Closest town, Gottmund. Just a little fishing village. Anyway, let's take a look at the rest of the options. Okay, up here, how many? This is the roster. Actually, we'll come back to the roster because I'll want to go through all the perks. So I'll show you all the other stuff first. This just centers the camera back on where you are. This toggles footprint tracking on and off, which apparently lets you figure out where people have gone, but I presume you must have to start the time before that starts working. Lets you make or break camp, which, while making you more vulnerable to being caught in a surprise attack, lets you heal and repair your equipment at a faster rate. And factions and relations. 3 noble houses in the game. Okay, these are different houses to the game I started last night and stuffed the audio up for. So it must be procedurally generated at the start of each game. Let's check them out in this game. We've got House Krieger, whose motto is "Victory is in Truth." The House of Krieger revolves around a religious cult that... Okay, this is the same as one of the houses last night, so must only change the name. Just let me check this. Oh no, actually these are different. So it just merely changes the name and gives them a random description. Okay, this is awesome. The detail they must have went into. Okay, so might as well read these out for you then. House Krieger, victory is in truth. The House of Krieger revolves around a religious cult that teaches compassion towards their own, but turn them zealous and unforgiving towards their foes. Generations ago, a large orc invasion pillaged and destroyed most of what belonged to the family, and it never fully recovered. Since then, the house started many a crusade and punitive expedition deep into orc lands, but never managed to drive the greenskins off for good. Next house is House Amont. Is that how you pronounce that? Amont? The Heron seeks high places. The noble house of Amont is a proud and unrelenting family with a long and blood-stained history of conquest. Seated in their fortress of Hellenfest, they take with arms what they consider theirs by right. An ancestral feud with House Krieger provides never-ending reasons to keep both hate in... I'll start again. An ancestral feud with House Krieger provides never-ending reasons to keep both hate in the hearts and ore smelters burning. Should be to keep both the hate in their hearts and their ore smelters burning. So localization isn't perfect at this point, obviously. House Scrawwall, gauge and measure. House Scrawwall claims to have roots in the time when man first claimed this land, and the first king ruled all men. They are but one of many noble houses now, but proud of their long history and with ambitions to continue writing history. As their renown and their resources dwindle in the now, they are said to finance expeditions in an attempt to unearth long-lost treasures from the past, in sunken cities and places long forgotten. So, there's the three noble houses of the Battle Brothers world. And now, without further ado, let's show you the roster. This is awesome. Okay, each of your characters, obviously up here, we've got their level and their current experience. Oh, here we go. The character's level is valued between 1 and 11. So level 11 is the maximum level you can attain. And there's your experience bar. I need 200 points to level up to level 2. I assume, what is that? A necklace slot or an accessory slot? Quiver slot, right hand, left hand, armor, helmet, and 2 bag slots. Excuse me, pardon piggies. Okay, so Hjalmar, as you saw in the battle, has these skills which I believe are dependent upon his weapon. So let me just take off his weapon and shield for a sec and put on this woodcutter's axe. And yes, yeah, fully dependent upon the weapon. So let's put that back in the place item. In stash is control right click. Let's quit this again. There we go. Okay, so as well as the weapon-derived skills, weapon-derived battle skills, every character has traits as well, and Hjalmar has the companion background. So Hjalmar is not known to be a big talker, but he has every right to be. He once pushed 2 men off a cliff using only his shield and 2 strong legs. With quick whirls and whips of his shield, the man's deflected all manner of mortal danger. Although rather quiet, you found Hjalmar's place in a shield wall to be rather indispensable. And that trait gives him higher bravery and higher melee skill. Doesn't really matter how I pronounce it. Okay. So also these are your attributes. We've got your head armor, body armor, your hit points, your health basically. If you're not a pen and paper RPG gamer, action points, fatigue, morale. If I'm rambling a bit, it's because it's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning here in Australia, so I'm a little tired. Resolve. Resolve represents basically your willpower and allows you to resist things like monsters that will inflict panic, fear, or mind control. Mind control. You show up everywhere. Your initiative, which is usually around 100, but is influenced by current fatigue, as well as any penalty to maximum fatigue, such as that caused by wearing heavy armor. So melee skill, range skill, melee defense, range defense, damage, effectiveness versus armor, chance to hit head, and vision, so how far you can see into the fog of war. And let's just have a quick look at the traits for the other 2 guys. Raymar the Hound is gluttonous. So that's why I'm using up 7 provisions a day rather than 6. Thank you, Raymar. But he has a bravery bonus on top of his bravery bonus for companion. And his companion description is brooding and at times suicidal. It's no surprise that Raymar is frequently found diving into battle with nothing more than a large 2-hander. A strong brute, you once saw Raymar kill someone just on his backswing. He'll use any weapon you give him, but Raymar has a proclivity towards those that can make calamitous ruin out of a man's body. Okay, that was an awesome description. Okay, and Elf Gear. Wait, can you change these names? Yes, you can change the name. Awesome. Tempted to change Elf Gear. Cocky! Oh, so yes, we definitely don't want him getting into close quarters combat. He has a penalty to both melee and ranged. Ugh. He's Optimist, so +5 resolve. +5 resolve at positive morale checks. Not negative morale checks. Okay, that's only half useful then. And he, of course, has a companion background as well. Alfgeir is one of the more talented marksmen you've encountered in your travels. This is a guy that missed how many of his shots? 3 of his 4 shots in that battle? Alfgeir. After he saved your life with an arrow into the heart of a would-be assassin, you hired the man on the spot. While he has a fondness for killing from afar, Alfgeir is no slouch in close quarters combat. Ooh, his initiative is 108. Damn. That's awesome, Alfgeir. Okay, so his quiver's automatically been refilled. Very nice. And that was my introduction to Overhype Studios Battle Brothers. In my next episode, I will show all the perk trees in their entirety. Like, comment, and subscribe below. And as always, I am your host, Vasdema.